acontecendo?
Não sei.
Hey guys, welcome to Russia.
This is BodogFIGHT St. Petersburg. 28 deadly MMA fighters, 14 Americans, and 14 from around the world converged on the imperial capital of Russia, St. Petersburg, where the grandeur of the past collides with the gloss of the future. When the smoke clears, the victors earn the chance to fight in the BodogFIGHT pay-per-view. Fedor Emelianenko versus Matt Lindland, Clash of the Nations, coming April 14th.
Welcome to BodogFIGHT!
To bring mixed martial arts to the highest level, BodogFIGHT was created by Calvin Ayre, founder of Bodog Entertainment, a world leader in digital entertainment. Tonight on BodogFIGHT, two never-before-seen BodogFIGHT brawls from Atlantic City, featuring Amanda Buckner versus Shayna Baszler, and the Eddie Alvarez title fight with Derek the Eraser Noble, and a preview of our April 14th Super Fights. BodogFIGHT is proud to present the premier mixed martial arts combat athlete, Fedor Emelianenko versus Matt Lindland. Clash of the Nations on pay-per-view. Fedor Emelianenko, the undisputed MMA World Heavyweight Champion, slugs it out with renegade brawler, the legendary Matt the Law Lindland. And if that's not enough, there's more from this deadly bloodline. Younger brother Alexander Emelianenko in the second super fight of the event. And BodogFIGHT presents the dramatic conclusion to the BodogFIGHT St. Petersburg series, Clash of the Nations. Visit BodogFIGHT.com/PPV for details. And now, on tonight's BodogFIGHT card, from Atlantic City, it's Amanda Buckner versus Shayna Baszler on BodogFIGHT.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BodogFIGHT. I'm your host, Paul the Mauler Lazenby, along with my co-host, Alex Paunovic.
I can't understand how coming out here and all these people, you cannot have this much energy in one building. I didn't think it was possible.
Fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'7" tall, and weighing in at 135 pounds, with an MMA record of 5 wins and 2 losses, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler. And fighting out of the black corner, standing 5'4" tall, and weighing in at 135 pounds, with an MMA record of 8 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw, from Poland, Maine, Amanda Buckner.
Baszler has been known to come to the ring with Muay Thai gear on, but she's one of the most well-rounded fighters that you are going to find in this sport.
And she has an unbelievable respect for Amanda Buckner, but I don't think this is going to get in the way. This fight is going to be electric.
Both fighters coming out very cautiously now. Baszler throwing some very slow kicks, more as range finders than anything else.
It always seems like whoever determines the geography right away, and that's the geography that they wanted, Baszler going down to the floor right there and putting her in the guard.
Yeah, Baszler seemed to be voluntarily dropping to her, guys. She was off balance, and Buckner timed that shot perfectly, bringing Baszler down, but Baszler has a very active guard. She's been known to finish her opponents from this position quite often. And you see now, already climbing her legs up Buckner's back, which is the advantageous position you want when you've got an open guard to set up submissions.
Is this the position Buckner wants to be in, though? Does she rather be standing up?
I think anybody would rather be standing up. I've said it before, life is better on top, and Buckner has shown it by pumping that left hand into Baszler's face. And now you see her attempting a side choke. This could be trouble for Baszler.
She's got side mount. Now, she's specifically squeezing one side of the head?
Yeah, you can see now in Baszler's face, she's not enjoying that position down there. That is compressing the arteries on both sides, but now giving the referee a big thumbs up.
The thumbs up was a good part there, right there.
I guess not compressing the arteries enough, but that is the way that choke is designed. Now, if Buckner could extract her left leg and walk around to her right-hand side, it would have tightened that choke up, but unfortunately, no dice, and Baszler gets her head out of trouble.
Baszler just stayed relaxed in that position. She knew she had a good breathing momentum going through there, and she just seemed really relaxed.
And a lot of the time, yeah, could be setting up an omoplata or a triangle choke here. Like I said, Baszler's got an active guard. No, it's a Jujigatami she wants, and that arm is extended, Alex.
Oh my God, she's probably gonna. Looks like she just might get this. Buckner's got her own hand.
And Buckner leaping over the top, exactly what you want to do in that position, getting yourself out of trouble. I'll tell you what, that was about as close as it gets without getting tapped out. Buckner coming within a hair's breadth of being defeated.
Fantastic move to get around it, of spinning on top of Baszler.
And now just taking a well-deserved breather is Amanda Buckner in the open guard of Shayna Baszler, but you don't want to relax in there, as Baszler's already shown. The fighters now trading kicks to the thighs, and Buckner now setting herself up in the side mount position, but you can see Baszler doing exactly the right thing. You want to turn into your opponent when they're on top of you in that position. Now Baszler taking half guard.
She seems like she's pulling that leg up, trying to mount.
I think you called it right, Alex, but look at Baszler squirming out the back door.
Wow.
I'm not sure who's in trouble right now because Buckner's hanging on. It looks like she's almost trying to close a choke, but in a very bad position leverage-wise. It looks like if Baszler drives through, she might be able to get out of there.
It's just great to watch two females MMA fighters going at it technically.
Well, this is the level the sport is at. It's been very badly underexposed in North America until very recently, and these ladies have Calvin Ayre to thank for the increasing prominence of female mixed martial arts.
She's in not a very good position, and she squirms out of it. What a brilliant move. And landing knees on top of it.
And there's the Muay Thai skill set I was talking about in Shayna Baszler. As soon as she got her head extracted, pumping those Thai knees into Buckner, and that could not have felt good.
Those never feel good.
Oh, now a succession of left knees to the head, and Buckner looks like she's rocked.
She gets great extension on those knees.
Well, she does enjoy a significant reach advantage and height advantage, but Buckner having none of it, burrowing down underneath the reach of Shayna Baszler, driving her to the ground and getting back to work, looking for that full mount. As you see right here, as Amanda Buckner is hunting for that Kimura arm lock, Shayna Baszler right now in a very precarious position. You can see she's clamping down with that half guard position, which kept Amanda Buckner from getting the right leverage, and now rolling over, putting Buckner on her back, but Buckner will not let go of that Kimura.
She's got that Kimura in really nice.
And you can see Buckner now has the full guard. You can close that arm lock from the full guard position, but
she's just pulled out of it.
Pulled out of it and slapped the guillotine choke on, just chaining her submissions incredibly well, showing why she is regarded as one of the top female MMA fighters on the continent.
That was a fantastic round. Technical round.
And the condition of these two ladies, I don't think they slowed down for an instant. As you see here, Buckner established herself throughout the round. Every time she got a chance, it was fists of fury down onto the skull of Baszler. But Baszler fighting back, weathering the storm, and when she got a chance, unleashing her Muay Thai fury, especially her clinch work, was absolutely exemplary.
Coming up, it's round 2, so don't go away.
This is BodogFIGHT. Coming April 14th, Fedor Emelianenko versus Matt Lindland. Clash of the Nations on Events in Demand pay-per-view. Fedor Emelianenko, the undisputed MMA World Heavyweight Champion, slugs it out with renegade brawler, the legendary Matt the Law Lindland. Visit BodogFight.com/PPV for details. And now, round 2 on BodogFIGHT.
So according to Alex Paunovic, we are looking at 1 round for Amanda Buckner in this 3-round scheduled battle, and both fighters once again just immediately
those are fantastic knees.
I'll tell you what, Shayna Baszler absolutely owns the clinch, and Amanda Buckner is going to have to try to find a remedy in short order.
She knew that she had to take this to the ground. I don't think Amanda Buckner can stand up with Baszler.
No, she's giving up too much size, too much reach, and I think Baszler is just technically sharper on the feet, taking nothing away from Amanda Buckner, but Shayna Baszler is that good.
And pushing her into the corner and landing those knees to the body and coming on top. Buckner doesn't have an opportunity to do what she does best, which is try to get him on the ground. She can't get extensions. Those knees are fantastic.
It's taking away Buckner's shot. As you can see here, Baszler pumping the knees in, so Buckner has to worry about catching one when she shoots for the double leg. And when she does, Baszler did have a great sprawl, but Buckner not being denied, continuing to drive until she gets that double leg takedown.
And she's so comfortable on the mat. She's extremely comfortable being down there, being in the guard position. She doesn't care if she's in the guard, in the mount. She seems like she's always taking it to a different level, and Baszler is countering every move.
You can see the referee turning the fighters back toward the center of the mat. That's to keep the ropes from being a factor in this fight.
Raining down right hands.
Heavy hands from Amanda Buckner. That has been the story of this fight for her. Ground and pound.
And you can see Baszler's hip movement coming back and forth. She keeps her within the middle of the guard, constantly trying not to get Buckner on either a side mount or coming over top.
Well, that's the key to a good active guard, is keep your hips moving, keep your hips active. And Baszler is putting on an absolute clinic, keeping her feet on the hips of Amanda Buckner, staying mobile, constantly looking for submissions. I'll tell you what, Amanda Buckner has not been able to relax within the guard of Baszler for 1 second.
But they're standing him up right now. We're going back on the feet, which Baszler is actually controlling. If she can keep those Muay Thais coming in and catch Amanda Buckner coming in, it could be a different story.
A little bit lackadaisical with her kicks, though. I'm quite surprised. You know, and a hard left hook to the face of Baszler by Amanda Buckner.
That was a massive elbow.
Now you can see for the first time Amanda Buckner retaliating in the clinch, pumping her kneecaps into the thighs of Shayna Baszler, a common tactic to slow your opponent down by knotting up their quadriceps.
There's those knees again, the Muay Thai clinch and the knees coming up.
So far, Amanda Buckner has not been able to solve that particular mystery of how to get out of the Muay Thai clinch of Shayna Baszler, and in my mind, Baszler just piling up the points every time she gets that Thai
Buckner's
clinch.
saying something to the ref, complaining to the ref a little bit about her gloves.
I see, yeah, often with the fingerless gloves, a finger can come loose.
Seems the cardio. I mean, they've expended a lot of energy in the last round and a half. You've got to pick their moments.
It's a blistering pace they've been keeping, so understandably fatigued, even exemplary athletes such as these, and nobody trains harder than these two ladies right here, but even exemplary athletes like these can become fatigued.
It's a different ballgame when you're in Atlantic City on the boardwalk in front of a few hundred people. Your adrenaline gets right up there.
Once again, Buckner successful in driving Baszler to the ground, but to date, I haven't really seen Baszler look like she was actively resisting too many of these takedowns. I think she's entirely comfortable with almost jumping to her guard, because so far she's had the answer for anything that Amanda Buckner's tried, except for some ground and pound.
Seems like Buckner likes to be in the ground and pound position and be sustaining a certain pace to it, and Baszler just, she's buying her time. It just seems like she's waiting to get back on her feet.
Well, Baszler is like a bear trap. She's known to spring submissions without any notice whatsoever. If you make one single mistake, if you have one single lapse of concentration, the fight's over. So, like I said, that is a fatiguing aspect, too, for Amanda Buckner. She just cannot relax while she's implementing her ground and pound.
And they're back up on the feet. And I think that's an advantage for Baszler, having the ref break it up and bring him back on the feet. I think sometimes she waits for that. She's landing fantastic knees right now, punches.
Absolutely. Now Buckner's starting to get busy in that clinch with uppercuts and straight punches, but Baszler coming right back at her. What a tilt this is, and Buckner.
Oh, Buckner's throwing some punches in the corner. That's a fantastic combination she just threw. Fantastic round, Paul.
An electric second round. I can't believe the pace these two ladies are keeping, and both of them visibly weary. Like you said, I mean, look at this right here. You don't see Muay Thai better in the clinch than Shayna Baszler has been implementing. And at the same time, as a boxer, how can you not appreciate the straight punches of Amanda Buckner?
And that's beautiful to watch. You're seeing punches fire straight out and come right back to the chin. These knees are fantastic. I mean, both of them have strong punching power, but you see the range.
So we're going going to tentatively call that one a draw, which on the Alex Bonovich scorecard would mean that Amanda Buckner still has a very, very
Fantastic.
marginal lead.
That was a great right hand. What I love again about the MMA world right now is the respect. After that second round, they hugged each other and then went to their respective corners. And then third round, they're beating each other up again.
Well, like I said, how can you not respect an athlete the caliber of a Shayna Baszler or an Amanda Buckner, even if you are Shayna Baszler or Amanda Buckner?
True, very true. There's a ground and pound move again, and
it looks like perhaps Shayna Baszler off the very beginning of this round has lost a step, and with that loss of mobility, now Amanda Buckner seems to be finding the mark with her right hand. But now Baszler, this has been atypical. Baszler on top of him and Buckner on her back. So now we will see what Amanda Buckner could do in the guard. One thing that must be noted is Buckner, having shorter legs, is going to have a more difficult time, especially closing her guard, than Baszler did.
it just seems like she tries to power out of that move, but being on the ground. But Baszler has great positioning, and she's so much longer. Those punches will make more damage coming down from the top like that.
Good work by Buckner, keeping Baszler from passing her guard, and now Buckner going back, looking for that Kimura arm lock again. But unsuccessful, and now looks like perhaps Baszler is trying to set up a head and arm choke, but Buckner's wise to her tricks, taking the half guard and using a one-arm guillotine. That's not going to get the tap out, but it will at least control Baszler for this particular point.
And she just powers her right over.
Beautiful bridge and roll, securing that head, using it as an axis of rotation, bridging her hips, and now it is Amanda Buckner back in the driver's seat.
What a seesaw battle we have here in Atlantic City. She's really trying to pull that leg out. Is she trying to get a mount right here? And is Baszler really trying to keep that leg in tight?
Yeah, Baszler is hanging onto that half guard, which is very well advised, because if Buckner takes either the full mount or side mount position, then Amanda Buckner's going to be in better shape.
Which has just happened.
Exactly. Now we're going to see, I would expect that she would sit back and try to rain down strikes.
Not a good position to turn around.
No, Baszler just curling into the fetal position and turning away. Not a good move, and Buckner making her pay.
And she's countering every time Baszler moves her hips, she's countering it. She's keeping with her.
And there's the hips we were talking about before. Following Baszler scrambling, following her body movement with her hips is Amanda Buckner, and maintaining that full mount position.
I love the way Buckner's taking her time on top. She's not raining on blows that don't matter, but these blows matter. These are the blows that matter.
Absolutely.
And she's going for a choke right here, Paul.
And that is one of the best ways to set up a choke, is pound and pound until your opponent turns around. Shayna Baszler now in serious trouble. A jackhammering succession of left hands ends this fight.
Baszler is out. Baszler is done.
A knockout victory in an unbelievably brutal war. You can see the victor can barely stand on her feet at this point. Shayna Baszler still down. We are hoping she's okay, but what an unbelievable battle, and victorious is Amanda Buckner. You can see here early in the third round, setting up her ground and pound victory with that body lock takedown. And Alex, she just knew what to do every time Baszler tried something from guard.
I mean, they both left a piece of themselves in the ring tonight. They were fantastic fighting, combinations back and forth, seesaw battle.
Oh, unbelievable body control by Buckner, setting up that position where Baszler just had nowhere to go. Her head pinned to the mat, and those left hands ended it all and put another one in the win column for Amanda Buckner.
Baszler quite disappointed, but that's the heart of a champion right there.
Anyone's disappointed with a loss, but Amanda Buckner up to 9-3, sending Shayna Baszler down to 3-2.
And coming April 17th, 2007, BodogFIGHT returns to Costa Rica. Due to the graphic violence, viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to BodogFIGHT.
And coming April 14th, order BodogFIGHT, Fedor Emelianenko versus Matt Lindland. Clash of the Nations on pay-per-view. Visit BodogFIGHT.com/PPV for details. Coming up, a look at the pay-per-view fighters from the BodogFIGHT St. Petersburg series. And then the unseen welterweight title fight between Betty Alvarez and Derek the Eraser Noble on BodogFIGHT. April 14th, only on pay-per-view. Fedor Emelianenko versus Matt the Law Lindland, Clash of the Nations. But that's not all. The exciting conclusion to the BodogFIGHT St. Petersburg series. Hitomi Akano versus Amanda Buckner. Roman Zensov versus Bobby Southward. And Andrei Semenov versus George Santiago.
Hi, my name is Derek Noble, and today I'm going to demonstrate one of my favorite techniques called the bicep slicer. I'll have her arm trapped here on my shoulder. I'm going to take my other hand, control her wrist, pin it to the mat, slide my knee right over her bicep and trap it. I'm going to switch my arms here, and the pressure from my shin right here is going to push down on her bicep, causing her to tap out. She's going to trap her arm on the mat, pin it down with her shin, reach through her leg, trap her hand on the inside of her hip, and that's going to cause her to tap. So that was the bicep slicer, and I hope you enjoyed it.
And now, profiles of our April 14th pay-per-view featured fighters. Up first, Russian heavyweight Roman Zensov battles it out with Bobby Southward.
Roman Zensov is primarily a striker. In my opinion, he's one of the hardest hitters in MMA. This guy knocks you out with one shot.
Russian power. I show it to the world. It's my motto.
You know, when you step in the ring with Bobby Southworth, you got to be ready for everything. You got to be ready for a complete fighter.
If you win by a slick submission move, if you win by a quick KO, or whether you have to grind your victory out over 3 5-minute rounds, winning's winning.
Southward. Roman Zensov, he's really become known as the new Russian hammer. That left hook of his has completely ruined several fighters' nights.
But you're in trouble.
Loving blows to the head of the... Zensov is one of Fedor Emelianenko's main sparring partners. You know, if he spars Fedor every day, I'm sure he's not sweating Bobby Southworth too much, but I hope to bring enough heat into the ring to make him sweat quite a bit during the 3 rounds that will be in there.
He's a multi-sided fighter, hard-working, very experienced, a person who is serious about his work.
Fighting on the ground against Roman is definitely where I want the fight to be.
Bobby's explosive right now, so anytime you have that explosiveness and good technique, you're dangerous.
It's a huge challenge to go to Russia to fight one of the better Russian heavyweights, being that I'm a light heavyweight, in his backyard. You know, it's kind of a tall order.
It's an unenviable position to be a heavyweight representative of a team that includes the Emelianenko brothers. So Zensov has kind of gotten lost in Fedor and Alexander's shadow in the past. But mark my words, this guy is the real deal, a true slugger, a knockout artist. I love watching this guy fight.
You never know in a fight what's going to happen. You just go out there and stick to your game plan and, you know, let the chips fall where they may.
Also appearing on the April 14th pay-per-view, Andrei Semenov takes on George Santiago in the middleweight class.
I honestly think that Semenov could throw a rock at a hornet's nest and punch each individual hornet as it attacked him. The new kid on the block is Santiago, and he wants to come out of the gates with a win. There's no better way to distinguish yourself than to beat a guy the caliber of Semenov.
Currently, I'm spending lots of time on striking techniques and boxing.
My focus on my wrestling and my jiu-jitsu, but I still train boxing and Muay Thai.
In the ring, I gather all my willpower. You only have one opponent with whom you have to meet and win it.
I expect this fight is gonna be stand up, maybe we go to the ground.
I think it's going to be a style clash, and it's going to be interesting to see who gets to press their advantage.
The most important preparation for Andrew is psychological preparation to win. I think that Andrew is ready to win.
George is so well-rounded, so well-prepared, man. He's gonna beat this guy.
The way the fight will happen, it all depends on situation.
Everything can happen. I gotta be ready for this.
But of course, I'd like to win quickly and beautifully.
So if it stays up, I give the advantage to 7-off.
As long as he shows up and has the confidence, I'm sure George can take this match.
Inside the ring, I just try to win.
I came here to win.
April 14th, George Santiago comes back with the winner.
I wish him luck.
And then Amanda Buckner heads to St. Petersburg to bash it out with Hitomi Akano on the April 14th pay-per-view.
Hitomi's background is judo. She's very good at it. She's gonna show up, she's gonna throw you. If you're lucky, you'll still be conscious when you hit the mat.
Amanda Buckner, she's a complete fighter. She's very good on the ground. She's good standing.
The world breaks everyone, and afterward, many are stronger at the broken places. That's something that I needed to be reminded of on an everyday basis. So, you know, it's never leaving my arm.
I believe my biggest strength is knowing how to time my hit and my speed.
Follows up with another right.
So I can get clocked pretty damn hard, and I don't get knocked out that easily.
Some heavy leather.
No matter what happens, you can choose the reaction you have to, and you can choose whether it's something that breaks you or something that makes you stronger.
When I first start a match, I always think that the initial attack is the most important one. So I try to release all my energy in the very first attack.
I feel a strong pressure to represent women and what they're capable of, and that's what keeps driving me.
135.
If more people come to the female fighting matches and with more promotion, then I can probably make a living with this alone.
I feel pretty confident in my hands and my kicks and mostly my ability to take a punch.
When I'm attacking, I just think about making a good hit. I want to finish in the first round.
I'm not going to have one of those fights where people are getting up to go get a sandwich.
Amanda Buckner, she has competed in submission wrestling, MMA. She's really put herself out there and she's fought the best. However, Hitomi is known as Osaka Monster. She has dominated girls on the ground. She's taken arms and just yanked them into place and tapped them out on sheer brute force.
And coming April 17th, BodogFIGHT returns to Costa Rica. Due to the graphic violence, viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to BodogFIGHT.
Coming up, the unseen welterweight title fight between belt holder Eddie Alvarez and Derek the Eraser Noble. Don't go away. This is BodogFIGHT. Coming April 14th, Fedor Emelianenko versus Matt Lindland. Clash of the Nations on pay-per-view. Tonight, the Eddie Alvarez Derek Noble Atlantic City welterweight title fight on BodogFIGHT.
And welcome back to Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I'm your host, Paul the Mauler Lazenby, along with my co-host, Alex Paunovic. And Alex, we have one heck of a fight on our hands here between Derek Noble and Eddie Alvarez.
Hold on a second, I'm just looking at something.
Fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches and weighing in at 170 pounds, with an MMA record of 22 wins and 8 losses. From Camden, Illinois, Derek the Eraser Noble. And fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches and weighing in at 170 pounds, with an MMA record of 6 wins and no losses. From Philadelphia, Eddie Alvarez.
Now I can see here straight off the bat that Noble is a southpaw, and southpaws are known to give boxing stylists trouble. Even southpaws don't like fighting other southpaws, so we'll see what Noble can do out of the stance. Now Alvarez throwing a kick. You don't usually see head kicks out of Eddie Alvarez, and after falling on his butt like that, you might not see any more.
He's got great movement, though. You can tell he's got a boxing background. Hands up. He's got great movement side to side. Great straight right to the body.
You don't see that a lot in mixed martial arts, and it really is a money punch. It's good to see that Eddie Alvarez really looks to be educated beyond his years, and now lashing out with a straight right to the jaw.
I love how he gets in and out of trouble.
Noble's in trouble. Noble's wobbled, and Alvarez pouncing on him like a mad dog. Lefts and rights lashing out. Noble seriously rocked, trying to close the distance, trying to clinch up.
Alvarez straight right. That straight right is always detriment against the lefty, and he pounds him to the ground.
Fury, and it is all over, ladies and gentlemen. In 1 minute and 1 second of the very first round, undefeated still, and the champion is Eddie Alvarez. Take us through the replay, Alex.
Right, that straight right. He's finding the home for that straight right. He throws the jab out there to set it up and comes in. He actually hurt him with that left hook there, and there it was. Straight rights coming right down the pipe and getting him out of there.
Alvarez victorious in his bid to become a world champion in only his 7th fight ever. The crowd here at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City ecstatic, apoplectic, as matchmaker Miguel Iturrate strops on the gold that Eddie Alvarez has earned with his blood, sweat, and tears.
Atlantic City loves this kid, and he's so ecstatic. He's got a belt around him. That brings up your performance another level when you've got a belt around you. And scary to think he's 6-0.
And being congratulated there by Fedor Emelianenko, the best of the best. And that has to be inspiration. Newly minted world champion and a handshake from the champion of champions.
So, coming April 14th, Eddie Alvarez heads off to St. Petersburg, Russia to defend the welterweight title against Nick the Goat Thompson in a brutal 5-rounder.
I don't like to get hit. I like to hit people. That's how I kind of see the fight going down. I'm definitely going to stalk him, and I'm going to push the fight. I'm going to make sure there's pressure on him at every single second of the fight.
Eddie Alvarez is a boxer, very explosive. I believe the right strategy against Eddie Alvarez would to be to take him down. He's probably not as strong as he is in the feet.
I'm always looking to fight people better than me. I'm becoming increasingly more successful just because I'm willing to lose and I'm willing to learn every time I get in there.
Nick Thompson is a very well-rounded fighter. He's good at standing, ground, and wrestling as well. Look for him to try to make the fight go the distance and win in the last round or by decision.
Definitely his speed and strength are probably his biggest assets. In 5 minutes, it's tough to catch him.
He has the ability to take what he knows and apply it in the ring, and that's sometimes hard to find. And the willingness to learn new things, and he has a willingness to work hard.
You know, every fight you learn something new, and so I've got 30-plus fights on him. That means I know 30 different things more than him. And since I have, I would say, an overall better level of skill, I'm going to be able to wait for him to make a mistake and capitalize on that.
As long as I stay off my back, I'm sure I can win this match. His jiu-jitsu is better than mine, but other than that, I feel like I have Nick beat.
If you don't think you're the best, you need to go home. I mean, that's why I'm here. That's why I train every day, is to be the best. I surround myself with the best athletes in the world so that I can be #1. That's all I want to do.
Punching is one of my favorite things. I love to punch. I love to punch hard, and I love to punch people. And his shot doesn't look like anything that I should be, worried about.
All I can tell you about the fight is that I'm going to win. And I don't care how. I don't care if it's a knockout. I don't care if it's a submission. But he's going to make a mistake at some point, and I'm going to beat him.
Whether he stops or not, I'm gonna win the fight.
Stick around, there's more MMA action coming up, including previews of our two big April 14th super fights, featuring brothers Fedor and Alexander Emelianenko. Coming April 14th, Double Jeopardy. In an unprecedented fight card, the fearsome Emelianenko brothers, Fedor and Alexander, take the canvas in two colossal super fights. In the first of our super fights, Alexander Emelianenko faces off against Eric Pele, fresh off his amazing victory at the BodogFIGHT Vancouver pay-per-view.
Alexander Emelianenko served 5 years in a Russian prison. He's covered in jailhouse tattoos. And unlike most guys who get tattoos just to try to look like a tough guy, he's actually as tough as he looks. This guy's a pinpoint accurate striker, very, very deceptive, very, very quick for a man of his size.
The crowd definitely wants to see the big guys swing for the fences, you know what I mean? So we're here, we want to please the crowd, you know? Especially in my division, you know? You don't want two fat guys rolling around.
It's no surprise to anybody that Pele is known for his power, but a lot of people underestimate his ground skills. Even though he's over 300 pounds, this guy is known for being an incredibly adept Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artist, which makes him a much more well-rounded fighter than people realize.
Big E is well-rounded. We can stand up if we have to, we can go to the ground if we have to, and that's his best asset. He's a big guy, but he moves his weight really well.
I can say that he's very strong striker, especially his side hits. And his leg kicks, he's very heavy and massive opponent. I will beat him, I'm sure.
The guy's a monster, man. He really is. We got a little game plan for him, you know. If we can execute it, it'll be a good fight.
I don't have any weak sides to my game. I know that he's a good fighter, but I'm better.
I want to try to execute a smart game, you know, and try to impose it on him, see if we can, you know, walk away with the win.
I will fight very seriously, brutally, and fiercely, with attitude for victory.
When the day comes, we're gonna be ready, and Eric's gonna put on a heck of a show.
It won't take a lot of effort to beat him.
And then our main event, Fedor Emelianenko, the mixed martial arts heavyweight master, takes on MMA veteran Matt "Allah" Lindland. Fedor Emelianenko, known as the Cyborg, a relentless, emotionless, unstoppable killing machine.
Fedor Emelianenko is the greatest mixed martial artist in the history of the sport.
The guy can do everything. He's athletic,
indestructible, and cold. Out of 25 victories, he's finished 17 opponents inside of the first round. By accepting this fight with Fedor, Lindland's kind of proven himself to be a throwback to the old days of no weight classes, everybody fights everybody.
Top 10 185er in the world. He's got that Olympic spirit, you know. He's ready to go the distance. He's ready to put up a fight against anybody. He's very athletic, and he's definitely going to be a tough guy to beat.
You're going to have to put him to sleep or break something off to make Matt Lindland quit.
Fedor is the best fighter in the world. I just don't think that there's anybody that's ready to beat him right now.
You can make him bleed, you can knock pieces off him, he's just going to keep coming after you. I think Matt Lindland gives the blue-collar American man something to identify with in this fight. I mean, he's a truck-driving, tobacco-chewing, baseball cap-wearing man who comes home from work every day with dirt under his fingernails. Now, this is a mixed martial arts superstar who's got a real job on the side. Very few of them do anymore. And so he kind of exemplifies that almost stereotypical American work ethic where he's putting down the hay bale, putting down the pitchfork, walking into the ring and squaring off against the best of the best. So I think there's some incredible archetypes in this fight. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see the way it plays out.
I think Lindland's taking this fight because he's a fighter. He's a real fighter. You know, I do the same thing. Why not? Why should we not take a fight of this magnitude against the best fighter in the world?
Facing Fedor seems to be like the apocalypse right from the opening bell. He gets right down to it, and very, very few opponents manage to survive beyond a few minutes.
Order Fedor Emelianenko versus Matt Lindland. Clash of the Nations. Visit BodogFIGHT.com/pay-per-view for details. This is Bodog Fight. April 14th, see it all on pay-per-view. The conclusion of the Bodog Fight St. Petersburg Series. Amanda Buckner of Poland, Maine, takes on Hitomi Agano from Tokyo, Japan. Roman Sentsov of St. Petersburg, Russia, battles Bobby Southworth from Sunnyvale, California. Middleweight Andrei Semenov of St. Petersburg, Russia, faces off with George Santiago of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The undefeated Eddie Alvarez in a 5-round welterweight title fight with Nick the Goat Thompson in the first of our 2 super fights. Younger brother Alexander Yemelyanenko collides with Eric Bailey. And then the main event. The king of MMA, Fedor Yemelyanenko, goes head-to-head with legendary brawler Matt the Law Lindland. Order Fedor Yemelyanenko versus Matt Lindland. Clash of the Nations on pay-per-view.
Thanks for watching Bodog Fight.
Tonight's featured artist was Biff Naked. Biff's latest album, Super Beautiful Monster, is available now at BodogMusic.com.
Now I've got